Black Label or something, crappy beer, you know, and Wesson oil and all this, you know. And all of our equipment was bright orange. You couldn't miss it, you know. And, you know, nice, you know, all SVTs, Marshalls. And they asked if they use our equipment. Yeah, sure, no problem. They brought this big giant fan, like industrial size fan, on stage, you know. You know, I'm thinking, what, man, this guy's that's going to pick up the microphone. What do you need that for? You know, so he comes on stage. He's just got on like this black leather G-string, his big beer gut hanging over. The very first thing he does is drop his G-string. It's liquid diarrhea, man. I mean, he shoots 30 feet out of his tail, you know, and people are like throwing it on each other and playing in it, and man, he's crapping his hand, picking it up and rubbing it on. You know, and I look over and all of our amps, you know, our amps are covered in shit, you know, and you know, the next day when we went to pick up our equipment, the place was actually a restaurant during the daytime and a punk rock club at night, so they had to close down. So all the tables, all the carpet was torn out, you know, and yeah, we had to scrub all that mess off of our equipment. And, oh, that was nasty. Now I thought you were talking about in Pensacola when Flaming Lips. We actually were the headliners, and Flaming Lips, you know, we're getting a lot of recognition, and you know, so you know, they basically raised hell in one, you know, headlining position. Yeah. We didn't care, you know, we played Pensacola so many times, so really when we played. But when they went on, half the audience left. But we had this huge, it was the MLA banner, which was a gigantic pig holding up two naked women by their hair. Yeah. And the Flaming Lips were playing, and it just happened. But the banner was made of cloth, but fell and completely covered the band. And they were fucking pissed, man. They were beyond pissed, man.
Somebody's ego.
So I don't think that Flaming Lips really care too much for us. Whatever.
Probably my favorite of all your CDs, though I do have a favorite. It's American Asshole. I gotta say that.
That was a Jeff Cohen Attitude Records record, which was recorded at the Vito Studio. Back in Arms was recorded at Warehouse Studio by Matt Harding. He's like a local guitar guy, but you know, but yeah, this one was done at DeVito's, and you know, it was a real record contract. We got flown to Miami, and I'm sitting around with all these millionaires at the Fontainebleau, and you know, we met Lothar. That's where we wound up going to Europe, and you know, it was pretty good. But in the long run, we got fucked, you know, and the attorneys got between the attorneys and the German record label, and American label, got all the money. We didn't get shit, you know.
You didn't see a single dime.
No, we got totally fucked. We barely. They didn't give us enough money to get home, because we stayed longer than our ticket. They were supposed to take care of the difference, you know, because they had everything was so messed up. They were huge posters all through the subway, everywhere, like all through Berlin, everywhere there was huge posters, but the dates were wrong. You know, I mean, it was screwed up. You know, so from the beginning it was messed up. But you know, we're at the airport, and we actually had to borrow money from one of the opening bands from Portugal just so we could get home. So we came home flat broke, and you know, we didn't make any money. And it was funny because we were playing fairly big places, you know, and you know, we come home and they had this welcome back to America party for us, and it was in St. Augustine. I can't remember the name of the place, but the marquee up front, you know, says something like tonight 2-for-1 pasta, musical guest Stevie Stiletto, real small, you know. And the place, man, was just a little tiny little restaurant, you know.
And puppet show.
Yeah.
Speaking of Spinal Tap.
Yeah, exactly.
My favorite cut from that is Brazil. You gotta tell me a little bit about that.
That's just another one that just comes out of my head. No, I've never been to Brazil, so, you know.
What about I Quit or
the beginning of that was a real. I was drunk as a skunk, and now when I call up and cuss Jimmy DeVito out and tell him I'll see the fuck out of you using this song. I was pissed off. I can't remember what I was pissed off about, but I'm sure Jim could tell you. But I didn't make a good drunk, that's for sure. I was definitely a very mean drunk, but I haven't drank in 6 years, so and I've apologized to everybody a million times over for being an asshole when I was, but
You heard this, everybody? He's apologizing. And that's good.
And so the ones I didn't apologize, I don't regret. You know, fuck 'em.